Alright, so what we're going to do is the sum, difference, product, and quotient of functions. We're going to do it on example D. So I have f plus g, which gives you x squared plus 7x plus 12 plus x minus 3. Combining like terms, 7x goes with x, so x squared plus 8x, 12 minus 3 gives me 9. F minus g, x squared plus 7x plus 12 minus x minus 3, x squared, 7x minus x is plus 6x, 12 minus a minus 3 gives me a 15. Doing the multiplication, x squared plus 7x plus 12 times x minus 3. I'm going to distribute the x to both parts, and then I'm going to distribute the negative 3 to both parts. X cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x, negative 3 to both parts, minus 3x squared, minus 21x, and minus 36. Combine like terms, x cubed plus 4x squared. 12 minus 21 would be a minus 9x minus 36. And last but not least, we'll have f divided by g, which gives you x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x minus 3. So with this, x minus 3, denominator cannot be 0, so x cannot equal 3, because if I plug 3 in, 3 minus 3 is 0, cannot divide by 3. So this whole thing here is this solution. This is the multiplication solution. This is the subtraction solution. And then this is the addition solution. That's it. That's all you do. So, moving on. We're going to skip the points. We're going to talk about composites. So, if they exist, okay, state the domain range for each composite function. So, the domain and range, the way it works out is the domain we did not do in class, but the biggest thing I want to make sure that you understood is how to put the functions in. So just finding them. So the domain of this function here is going to be all real numbers, and the range is going to be all real numbers. Okay. When you take this function, you plug it into here, the range is what you plug in, and then based on that, you get the new range, because the answers of this function would get you this, so the range of this would get you plugged into here. So the domain that you plug in gets you a new range, so whatever x's you can plug in gets you the ranges into here. But we'll talk more about that in class when we do the practice test. I'm just going to worry about the composites and finding answers, and we'll just talk about it then. Okay, so don't worry about finding this domain and range for each composite function or composed function. So okay, so G composite H means you're going to take all of H and plug it into G. So this function goes into this function, so you would say negative 3, and wherever there's an x, you're going to plug in all of H, which is 4x minus 1, and simplify that, which would get you negative 12x plus 3. Switch the order, and you have to know if you switch the order, you're going to take H's function, and wherever there's an x, you're going to plug G in. Make sure you distribute all the way through, so 4 times negative 3 is negative 12x minus 1, and that's my new function. So this would be my answer, and this would be my answer. Doing the same thing here. G of H, plug H in for G, 5 times x squared plus x minus 1, 5x squared plus 5x minus 5, h of g, plug 5x squared plus 5x minus 1, square this, you get 25x squared plus 5x minus 1. Coming over here to c, doing the same thing. Plug this in for every x here. So g composite h, 2x squared minus 3 plus 2. So you get 2x squared, negative 3 plus 2 is a negative 1. Done. H composite g, you have 2 times x plus 2, quantity squared, minus 3. You need to square this out, which is really x plus 2 times x plus 2. So 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 2 minus 3. 2x squared plus 8x plus 4 minus 3. 2x squared plus 8x plus 1, and that would be your final answer. Alright, so for the next part, we're going to find all these values. So what you do is you take the innermost number, you plug it into this function. Whenever function. Oh my gosh, I need to quit for this day. Take this number, plug it into here. Whatever answer you get from there, you need to plug into here. So g of 1 gives you 1 plus 4, which equals 5. Okay. Take that 5, you're going to do f of 5, which gives you 3 times 5, which equals 15. So f g of 1 equals 15. Same thing here, plug in 0 in, h of 0. You're going to get 0 squared minus 1, which equals negative 1. G of negative 1, negative 1 plus 4, which equals 3. So g of h of 0 equals 3. Okay, jumping down to these harder ones, these are the composites. So you're going to take 1, plug it into g, you're going to plug it into h, and then you're going to plug it into f. So g of 1 gives you 1 plus 4, which equals 5. H of 5 gives you 5 squared minus 1, which gives you 24. And then f of 24 gives you 3 times 24, which equals 72.